we got the veto, because theoretically we're starting this thing.
We should.
Right quick. We do indeed. Okay, Mirage Ancient.
Really?
So they didn't veto the Inferno, but the Inferno didn't get picked in. That's going to be the decider instead. That's quite interesting. All right.
That is very curious.
I mean, last time around, Inferno was PA's map pick. Ancient was NRG's, right?
Yeah.
That was the reality of it. So this time, Party Astronauts say, all right, we're not going to pick. We'll take it to the Mirage. Where we did see some great work from NRG previously. They're looking to do much the same again. Arcadia player to watch. Nitro. And pushed out of the window. Calling out his opponents quite ably. Automatic continuing the brawl, and it falls to Ben Lee in a clutch. Ben Lee brings it down to the 1v1. One more headshot required. Automatic low, I mean, body shots might be enough, but the fadeaway Glock is going to be plenty. PA strike first.
Yeah, nicely done from PA, honestly. Ben, I felt like he had it at the end. Just the way he had locked down that angle and knew where that last player was with the Glock and spamming away. He had that advantage and he knew it and he played it very, very well. So the Party Astronauts going to get a 1-0 lead here. As we go into round number 2, NRG decide they are going to force up with the 2 MP9s, the 257s, and the Deagle. We talked about Mirage last time for NRG doing very well against M80. I mean, winning 13-8. They had previously lost 11-13 to Boss, but in general, their Mirage is pretty phenomenal. And to have beaten M80 here, which, I mean, they don't play it that often, but still, it was an impressive and controlling victory. I think, like we said, the 8 rounds, a little deceptive. It could have easily been 13-4.
Nice little entry there from Fang. No one's in position to do anything about this now. Stuck behind the choke point. Desperation spam. Re-smoke on. Bomb should go down with no issue. And NRG, they have 2 options, basically. Set up for exits. I mean, they could risk the retake, but that's just not going to happen. Set up for exits or just try and keep this nucleus of armor alive for the next.
Yeah, no, definitely keep the armor alive. There's really no point to go for a retake at this point, and they're absolutely going to do that. The save is coming through. Party Astronauts really just sailed through on that A site. It was the lighter site. They get the 1 frag on automatic, and it's pretty much done and dusted. So, Party Astronauts, they find that early lead. Good on them off the pistol. NRG are basically going to have a second force buy in this next round, assuming everyone saves their guns. They won't have to invest anything to get the force buy guns either, and there you go. Yeah, so they're going to keep everything and run it again with automatic, probably just getting a pistol upgrade. Maybe someone's going to drop them a pistol. We'll see. But either way, Party Astronauts probably off to a 3-0 start.
Try and maximize this stack. Everybody in window, go for the swingaroo. There's a little smoke making that difficult, so they're going to slide everybody into the ladder instead. Okay, this could actually work out. Where does the bomb go? They can't tip their hand early. Can't tip the hand early. This might work. Ooh, Party Astronauts are going to walk into this trap. They're going to step on this landmine. Question is it armed? Hext is certainly going to say so. There's the trade as well. That's the bomb drop into the crossfire. Uh-oh, it's all falling apart. Party Astronauts have been chewed up.
Alrighty, there we go.
That's a great strat. Love the setup, the fast ladder play. You wait for their smoke to go up, gives you the cover you're looking for. Very nice play call.
See it again, right? Hex gets the first one. Nitro supporting him as well, and they just had everyone ready on this B site to deal out the damage as NRG get more rounds than Nouns had yesterday against the Party Astronauts, which was a 13-0 for PA. Absolutely shocking, honestly, that Nouns got 0 rounds on Mirage. It used to be their bread and butter now. I don't know what's going on with Nouns, honestly. It feels like they're slipping out of that top 5. Honestly, and other teams are going to take their place. So they've really stagnated in a concerning way, I would say. But either way, NRG, great force buy. I was definitely wrong about that 3-0. Caster Curse PA maybe a little bit, and that's a nice nade thrown onto Peep, and he goes to 43 HP.
What'll happen? You got ahead of yourself, John.
I did.
Got a little ahead of yourself. OC's going to get the opener here. He's got the big green by virtue of the damage they deal on a saved force buy. Actually, I'm curious about where teams are sitting in the regional rankings right now for Hilteva. Now still sitting third for the moment. Infinite trying to open things up, but OC is very insistent that they keep this door closed. OC does not want to draft in this house. The weather is getting chilly, John. And OC does not want anyone other than you catching a cold.
How generous of him.
Very courteous. He's a diligent young man. Hold on. They've got good post-plant setups. They've managed to basically circumvent the retake and just set up the crossfire. And now actually OG Wizard going for the wrap. Ooh. Time's getting short. There is kits. 2 of them to be exact. Lots of defuse for the moment. That's going to be the stick. Fang doesn't think it's in the right spot. Comms aren't there. They didn't know what spot it was in. I don't know whether he misread it or whether the comms weren't there, but either way, that's a defuse on for NRG. That's a big mistake.
I think they just got lost. They didn't realize where the bomb was, and
he thought the bomb was planted for Con instead of being planted back triple.
Absolutely. Just a complete miscommunication happening there, and I just guess the bomb planter couldn't really remember where the bomb was and was trying his best to calm it, and Fang's just shooting where he's being told. That is very unfortunate. 2-2. Tied up. Fang still got the AK. He's going to bring it forward here. And speaking of Fang, he's been the best player for Party Astronauts throughout these playoffs. And we'll talk about that more maybe in a little bit as he's going to get the opening frag over onto Breeze. 5v4 for PA, but nice shot by Automatic, and then the follow-up as well in the softer target.
It's a bomb plant. That's a bomb plant. Mission accomplished. Nitro going to limit any further damage. Quite nimbly, but he didn't have the reinforcements at hand to go for the bomb denial. So, money made for PA. That's what they were hoping for. It'll give them a nice gun round into this next. Fang can drop that AWP if they want to get it on OG Wizard early. But honestly, probably full AKs and emphasis on the utility.
Yeah, a little more on Fang. He's got 158 frags so far throughout the playoffs. I think that's in 8 maps, and also a 1.43 impact rating. His firepower rating is also 100 in these playoffs. A perfect score. So yeah, he's been the star player that the Party Astronauts expected him to be throughout these playoffs, which is why they're here, honestly. Peeping and OG Wizard have played some strong supporting roles in the fragging department, but it really has been Fang that's carried the team to this point. And there he goes again, finding another opener. That's another thing he's been fantastic at.
Nitro looking to pluck someone from the bench peak. And look at this, Breeze is getting active. Pushed in towards ramp, trying to get some information, trying to get a flank here. He's going to keep it going. So PA stall out too much. This could be very dangerous indeed, but for the moment, B is super vulnerable. It's just Nitro. Automatic is dealing with the window wrap, so he is not able to help out. If they pinch B quickly, this could all be over before you know it. But, that being said, the wrap around, Breeze has now caught his prey. Van Leet down for the count. Do they clear Van? No, not before Nitro punishes. Now the numbers are being whittled away. Party Astronauts stalling out just a little bit too long, allowing that flank from NRG to activate. And now it all seems to be unraveling. OG Wizard will try. But 3 targets on this B site. No time to bail out. Well, he will find the first. There's more work to be done, and OC will put it to rest.
Yeah, OC doing a great job here so far in the early goings. He's got 7 frags just behind Nitro, who I called out. If he's at the top of the board, the NRG's winning. I'm going to say that straight up. But, you know, OC has been much better in these playoffs than he was in recent memory. I'd even argue in the regular season. There's been moments where you say, oh, what's going on, OC? But overall, I think it was mostly in the M80 matchup that he was a little bit off. But outside of that, really strong and looking like the offer that we expected to see when this NRG roster was announced. Hext waiting at top mid here, or I should say at bottom mid, staring towards top mid, where there are a lot of Tech 9s that are going to be barreling down in his direction. There's an incendiary for underpass. No one's actually coming from there. It will be much closer for him. He's going to be in trouble here, and he's done. Peeping gets the frag. Nitro finds the instant trade, but this is a bit problematic unless Nitro just pops off again, dealing with all the pistols like it's nothing. That nade should finish off. Yep, there's OG Wizard gone, and Breeze gets Fang.
So now the numbers are starting to stack up here. Not just in the win column, but in the bank accounts as well. They got cash flow for days. Zero concerns on that front. It means that for Party Astronauts, they really need to get started chipping away at this lead right now. They recognize that timeout going to come in here. It's been deployed. Does PA look to find some answers? These are the kind of moments where they might be missing their former head coach, Viathan. Took a step back when they made those core changes, when Sixy and Wolfie stepped back from the roster as well.
Yeah, it's always not. I mean, coaches are undervalued, I would say, sometimes in North America for up-and-coming teams. It's also harder to find a coach when you're not salaried, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of work for
limited
reward at times. And I know from conversations with those guys this past summer at some events that, you know, as some of them are getting a little older, they're feeling that pinch of being on unsigned teams. Wondering if the opportunities aren't going to come, if this is really something that they can maintain. So I think understandable that they're going to look to maximize whatever opportunity they can. Nice shot from Automatic. This round, not going to be maximized much at all. NRG rolling. While Peeping may chase this down. Yeah, Automatic, good for the kill and likely would have been traded if not.
This looked like an eco for PA. This was a buy round. That is just NRG picking them apart. Automatic from Connector. He's got a 3K.
This is off the timeout as well. This is when we were saying they really need to start slowing the momentum from NRG. So now this just feels like a boulder rolling downhill, John.
It does. And this is what happened on map 1 on Inferno in the previous BO3 between these two teams. Just like NRG, a snowball just growing bigger and bigger as it rolled down the hill. And that's what's happening once more on a different map, this time Mirage. I don't know. We'll see. And again, Nitro's at the top. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I told you guys. 9th round of play. 4 Tech 9s and the Deagle coming through for the Party Astronauts. The pistols haven't really yielded much for them yet, and this is a half buy. They've got the full loss bonus. That's the one benefit here, which means they'll have a proper buy up in the next one, and they still get to have a decent one here. They're all going down mid, Mike. All 5.
Straightforward in it. Here they go, exploding out of the smoke. Oh, Automatic actually overwhelmed. Hold on, this death ball's getting some results. Man advantage, and now it's just Nitro. My goodness. Those fast-running pistol plays are devastating in the game of Counter-Strike DOS. Nitro, you've got so much money. Surely you just go for this. If he saves this, I'm asking Nitro to do my taxes this year. I need that kind of financial advice.
I feel like he's going to go for it, Mike. I think he just wanted to readjust and go to Connector because the angle he was at felt exposed and known, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he's just saving, Mike. I guess you want to get him hired for those taxes.
There you go. All right. Nitro, if you're watching this back, help a fella out.
Oh no, it doesn't even get to save it. That's rough.
So, you know, it's that meme. It's like $1,000 rent, $600 food, $200 utilities, $8,000 operation passes. Please, someone help me. My children are starving.
Oh man. could be me. It isn't.
You gotta fight your demons every day.
Yes. Every day I'm just staring at the
John
glass
looking at whether he's paying the mortgage or whether he's buying a blue sapphire. Every day he fights that battle.
Oh man, it's a little too true. Hey. I love my skins, Mike.
Yeah, it's a good thing you love your family more. You
I
should
do.
remind them of that every once in a while. Be like, look, you know how much I love you? I'm not buying a sapphire butterfly right now.
That is true. Maybe I should do that. That's funny. I just actually don't want a sapphire butterfly. I wouldn't say no.
No.
But, the sapphire gamma Doppler phase 4, which is actually not as expensive. It's like 4,000. You know, that's not too bad.
Yeah, you know nothing.
Just like a.
The classic deadbeat dad is like losing all the money at the horse racing track. John's losing it all on like case openings.
Not anymore. Nitro is gonna get one automatic with 2. And it's a 3v2 in favor of NRG, Mike. They are responding right on back here. OG Wizard and Infinite, the last 2 standing. Breeze. Oh, nice shot from Infinite. He was dinked, but that's the A site, maybe.
Yeah, had to clear. Knew where he had to go. OC, quick on the trigger, and Nitro will keep that bomb from going down.
Okay, OC. Okay.
Let him know.
Yeah, let him know.
Every shot out of those dualies. Look, our player to watch is playing like you want to watch him. Nitro, 13-3 to this point, including one very conservative save. And at this point, there will be no more need to save because they got money. They got money. There's only 2 rounds left.
I think it's got to be disappointing for PA, right? You win a nice pistol round, you go for the quick play, and things go extremely well. And then after that, with the guns, again, you're stymied. So, I mean, another buy comes through because of how many guns they saved over in that previous round. But still, like, you need to chime in with a gun round victory eventually. Otherwise, it's going to be, like we were saying, Inferno from the previous series all over again. Now's the time, party astronauts. Now's the time.
It has been the time. And OC, he's got the time to scope on up and find himself a double. OC.
Oh, did he? I thought he hit that.
Oh, not quite going to have the third, but he was going for it. Very frisky indeed on his old teammate, Fang. All falls to Ben Lee. Ben Lee. Ben gone.
Oh, well, that's tough. Yeah, NRG take an 8th, go into the final round of this first half, and the party astronauts are on their last legs here, trying to prevent NRG from getting a 9-3 commanding lead going to that second half. 8-4, it's not great, but it would be a lot better, and at the very least, Fang has enough money to get an AK in his hands, and so do Peeping and OG Wizard. So this actually isn't that bad of a buy-up gun-wise. Utility-wise, leaves a lot to be desired, Mike.
Oh, what? Peeping.
Okay.
Snap it onto that shot. Nicely done. Looked like Ben was dead to the right. No trade required. Oh, but that one's a little less ideal. Utility out with the choke points. It's still very vacant. Fang needs to do some heroics now. And OC will make sure that that does not happen. 9-3, we'll be back. We are back into the second half here.
We are.
Back into the fun of this pistol that Party Astronauts really would like to get if they're going to get this spaceship back into orbit. NRG, meanwhile, looking to knock the wind out of him.
This is aggressive. Oh, okay. Well, Hex gets a nice little opener. And why are they peeking again? Oh my goodness, Party Astronauts. Well, you're not learning from your mistakes. I get it, but, ooh.
I will say, you know, you lose apps, you take Palace. But usually you want to do that with the numbers, and here's just individual prongs into those peripheries. So it's sort of the right idea, but maybe not the right resources behind it to give it the best chance of success. And now, I mean, well, this might just be the duel to decide it. Yeah, OC and Fang, it feels like these two have been intertwined all map long. That's going to happen again. Some spilled salt between these two extra salters. But only one of them is going to be real salty after this engagement. Here it comes. And it'll be OC this time around. Still, many teammates close at hand, and they're bailing out. If they just leave right now, there is no one to defend B.
Yeah, that was a really good mid-round call there from Nitro. Breeze hangs back a little bit at Palace to try and sell it. They're still going to the A site. In fact, Hex does too. Breeze, oh my goodness, Fang walks right into him, and Hex is waiting, misses the shot through the panel. But I think he's going to relay that information to his teammates. And yeah, you see Ben going down to 71.
It slows Infinite. That's the thing, really. It locks out Infinite because he knows he can't cross easily. The problem is now he's got to get activated, but with Infinite lost, Ben Leet knows there's a timer on this, is trying to get that defuse off. There's just no chance. Double digits.
Not the way the Party Astronauts drew that one up. And yeah, like two individual peaks like that. I get the first one. It's okay. It happens. But then going for that second one, I understand the logic like you were mentioning, Mike, but you got to go with numbers. You got to go with a couple of players a little more aggressively so at least you get a trade and make something happen there. Instead, it's just a 5v3 that they could never recover from. And now NRG are onto double digits, and you see you're the Party Astronauts, you're down 10-3. You have to force here. You don't have even the luxury of saying, okay, let's save for the next round, because then it's just going to be a guaranteed 11-3 pretty much. So here are the 3 MP9s, the Scout, and the 5-7. Everyone, aside from Fang, has been extremely silent, and unfortunately that's been a recurring trend in their losses.
Smokes on in for a little bit of a mid-takeroo. There's a player in window, so people might be able to get a little bit of vision around this, but he's the only one who can really do anything about it based on the positioning. They're otherwise just playing towards the sites, going for double aggression here, towards the ramp. Flashbang's good, kills better. Fang out of play as well. Hex had spotted him, and it may just be done. A reroute through CT. Automatic spotting. Knows that there's nothing to be worried about through the window. Though someone could theoretically have gotten past him in the jungle, so he's... And now the spot. All three spotted. The information's as valuable as the kill. So they only have to worry about one direction.
And not the band.
Ooh, bad news for that one, John.
Yeah, I know.
Automatic, though, is feeling like good news for NRG.
Ah, that was sad news. Yeah, I heard it. It happens.
It does. Unfortunate. Always tragic for someone to go down young. I'll be honest. Complete gap in my cultural consciousness.
Oh, really?
Like, I'm aware of them, but I had no interest in them. I think I was, like, just out of the range, or maybe it was just a... Like, I don't know. They never really... The only song of theirs I remember is that, like, you don't know you're beautiful, and that's what makes you beautiful, which always felt weirdly creepy.
Yeah, a little bit. Honestly,
it's like the boyfriend who you think's super nice, and then you realize is a real jerk, but it's just, like, disguised. That was that vibe.
I kind of agree with you on that one. A little weird, but I just knew of their existence mostly. Like, I knew when they were trending, but I didn't necessarily follow the songs or anything like that. So yeah,
I guess your kids were probably a little young for that one.
Yeah, they were. Little bit.
More fans of the musical sensation that is the Wiggles, I'd guess.
Yes, they love the Wiggles.
OC loves to get a little wiggle on in that engagement. That's the true boy band of my dreams.
The Wiggles?
The Wiggles. Molly into jungle, that could be a problem. Oh, Peeping had an opportunity, couldn't capitalize, and now the defense just crumbles. An OG wizard, but a trade is the best he can hope for. Map point on the board. And it's not looking like NRG are going to be letting up anytime soon.
No, not at all. I mean, they've just nailed the party astronauts into the ground. They cannot take flight at all here in this match. And I mean, look, 9 rounds they need in a row just to push overtime. At least they're going to have 3 M4s. I'm trying to find a silver lining here for them. But even with the guns in their hands, we saw it in that first half. NRG made it look like it was an eco for the party astronauts. And now PA's, oh, wow, nice nade, by the way, but PA's going to get a little aggressive here in towards mid. I don't necessarily mind it, but, like, look at this damage that keeps happening, like, on both sides of the map. Ben Lee gets tagged here, and then naded down to 39. This is not good. Okay, Nitro.
Shot from Nitro. 17 and 5. He's not the only one having a good day. Pretty much everybody is, as you would expect with this kind of a scoreline. But it is always impressive to see the captain being the tip of the spear. There's Wizard. Let's catch that. So Nitro out of play. Still, health not great. Weaponry not great for Ben Lead, certainly. But Ben's going to make it work. Now 5-7 is enough. Now the damage from Hexed. OC follows it up. The bodies are dropping.
Ooh,
OC gone. But Hexed on 2 HP does not want this face. Doesn't want this smoke. And so he'll wait for Automatic to back him up. Wait for Big Bro to come on in. Oh no. Trying to do the anticipatory rotate, but by hitting the pause button, Hex has just completely bamboozled them.
Just a little detail, right? A little pause. Little patience, and then you convince them that it might go the other way. And I mean, at least the party astronauts have done the clearing now, and they know it's not the A site, so they can commit to B, but they lost some advanced positioning.
Yeah, a big part of it was that Fang, being so low, knew that he didn't want to take an out-and-out fight. That's a nice nade. Hexed out of play. Now the 2-on-2, but Automatic's position means that Fang's flank is just not going to be as effective as it could be. There is a kit that's on Infinite. Keep an eye on if he gets dropped on the cross. They really need that kit. Here's the drop down, and Fang catches Automatic off guard, so never mind. The flank did, in fact, come in critical effect.
Yeah, no. I mean, look, it all worked out for the party astronauts. As I mentioned, going back to A, not the worst case scenario. They do manage to clear it. They know that the plant isn't there, so there'll be no second guess in their minds. And then they swing back to B, Fang into the apartments. It ends up panning out just because of the positioning the last player on NRG took, trying to push out of market and in the open. And he jumped on Van, and the 4 HP didn't matter at that point because he wasn't on the mind of NRG. 12-4 is still a very tall hill to climb here for the party astronauts, and NRG have enough money to afford 3 AKs, a Galil, and and a Deagle. And it looks like they're going to switch things up towards the A site this time, where currently there's only a couple of players, one pushed up towards Tetris and the other jungle. That's almost a headshot from Automatic with the Deagle. Ben getting a graze on the shoulder instead, and happy to be alive as he backs off.
Traded on out here, stuck in the sandwich, and now both players being funneled back in towards Con. Flashbang's lethal, Peeping gone. Man advantage on. They've got a Fang flank developing, but this bomb might be planted before he can do anything about it. No one's watching just yet. Why do they turn their attention to him? Was he backing in? Does he check? No. No idea whatsoever. And now that might cause some problems. The pincer coming on in. It falls to automatic. Fortunately, that ticker player dead means that this position actually does have some strength to it. But eventually, process of elimination, they're going to figure out where he's got to be coming from. Pete's ahead of that. It's all into Fang now. Spam gives him away, and the headshots will be good. Automatic puts this map to rest. A nice hold from under the belt, and it's NRG on top to snatch away Party Astronauts pick.
Honestly, that was a ridiculously well-played map again from NRG. Mirage continues to be one of their best, and they go to 11-2 on the map. It's Nitro, and I think I'd say 4 of the 5 players. Hex was a little quiet here, but
it was a little limp for a lot of the pieces that we need to be popping. OG Wizard peeping, not really giving us too much. None of that infinite magic that we had in the Deagle round. They need somebody else to come alive here.
yeah, and I mean, it has been OG Wizard in the past and throughout the playoffs. It was also Peeping at certain moments, but both times here up against NRG, Peeping has fallen flat, and he's kind of a piece that they need to activate. They picked him up because he is a good rifler. He can be that difference maker, but these are the matches where you need to see him, and that he was invisible, unfortunately. Aside from one nice shot, I think, on Mirage, wasn't really there. Anyway, we'll go into things on Ancient, and let's see if fortunes will change for the Party Astronauts in the early part of the map, because that's when NRG were dominating. It was 6-1 before that comeback started. Here we go. Nice little gush there onto Infinite. Makes it a little bit tough for the Party Astronauts to defend, and NRG just PK.
Oh boy.
Wow.
That's going to start the killing. They're looking for more. OG Wizard Cancer back. They got to get out of Temple. That's the big choke point right now. And OC from the big box is keeping them hemmed in. Eventually he falters, but now it is just on to Fang. No kit, no smoke. Donut spells trouble. They know he's here. He knows they know. He has no choice but to fight into them, but Hex is going to make that an impossible choice.
I mean, even if he wins the fight, they were playing it so well on the NRG side that I think he wouldn't have time to defuse the bomb afterwards. But speaking of playing well, OC, that was beautiful work from Big Box. You can get that slow motion there to appreciate the headshot even more, because he really stalled out the Party Astronauts in a tough spot when one of his teammates fell. So he was the only prong in place to stop them from pushing straight onto the site and overwhelming his teammates. Extremely well done there. NRG again. Want to win a pistol round. They didn't win the first one on Mirage. That was PA, believe it or not. At the 13-4 drubbing, 2 of the rounds were right at the beginning. And now we have a bit of presence here on the B site. 2 players pushing down. That was a missed smoke, yeah.
They might just be over now as well. The timing is perfect here. They slide through just as the NRG players move through the window smoke. But they're not going to expect players to be this close on the periphery. Breeze is taking down 2. That'll alleviate the pressure, even if they get something out of this flank. But there's no one at the front. A flank only works if there's something at the front. And a 1-for-1 trade there might just give Peeping a chance to save a gun. It's not one he wants to take just yet. Well, Breeze got tipped off. Or whether he got the audio cue, something happened there.
Yeah.
Snapping around. And so it falls to Peeping. To do some damage to save a Galil. Would be nice if he could keep this going.
I mean, he might. Automatic's on B, and oh, nicely done from Automatic. He will win that fight just barely. I was going to say, money's not that great for NRG either. You kind of want to keep the guns up. It's still very early in this half, but they wanted to chase. They wanted to put that killing blow into the Party Astronauts, and that means no gun save, no investment into this round, aside from a P250 for Infinite. And everyone else on to those USPs. Maybe Peeping buys here. Actually, there might be a justification for a little bit more to be purchased. And not even. Nope. I think a smoke by the side of that, Mike. But yeah, it's going to be a B stack. Maybe even some aggression down ramp going to come through from the Party Astronauts. Or looks like Cave in this case. As it stands, NRG have a massive advantage, of course. I appreciate the respect NRG are showing. Not rushing into anything.
You don't want to rock right into this stack.
Yeah.
Here in Cave. Perhaps. bad crossfire if Nitro steps into it. He's seen 2 players. They've also got Automatic, who's worked his way all the way through A. Surely at some point they just move the bomb.
Nitro wants kills.
Keeping's attention span got the better of him. Now Automatic's there on the flank. He's looking to make money. They're going to contain this stack and just deal with it.
That's so well done. So methodical. I love that they wait for Automatic to rotate through A. And they could have pulled it off, right? They could have said,
didn't take a bullet.
They didn't. They didn't. And they went into the stack, too, right? They went right towards it. All the players are waiting for them. And not a single bullet of damage comes through from NRG.
This is like a quintessential quarantine protocol.
Yeah.
They identified the issue site. They isolate it from the rest of the map to prevent the virus from spreading. And then they just went in and dealt with it.
Unreal. I mean, it was just a full evo, right? So it's not like the end of the world for PA, and oh, that's not great. Fang, the first prong to be removed. Infinite gets the trade onto Automatic. That helps, and now OG Wizard activates with the op. Yes,
this
finally.
Is what they didn't see enough of on Mirage, was OG Wizard with that big scope. Nitro flying here in towards Cave. This is the bonus round, right? But he's got to be wary not to get caught by that SMG. Pressure on from the Molotovs. They are just going to try and take B. Someone needs to go back for that ball.
I don't know if this is a B take.
It'll be Breeze. Well, they devoted a lot of their utility into it, but it does seem like maybe they were trying to bait the response here onto Breeze. He was hoping he was getting flanked. Double player in towards Cave. No vision in mid. Can't really bail out of this. You got another smoke and a molly. It's all on OC, who's in the cave. But yeah, they just wanted to pump the brakes and invite the flank. That was the idea here. Try and lure them into evening up the numbers, and Party Astronauts have not taken the bait.
Where that smoke is deployed will make a very big difference here. If it's thrown short B, then that's the right call.
Perfect smoke placement. Should cover this off. Have to adjust over towards long. Molotov for that. Bomb looking to make its way in, and Nitro confirms the cubby is clear.
Nice
good
flash.
Made across that bomb. Bomb's going to get planted, and now they got a pretty good chance at this post. Molotov forces the player out. Nitro's getting active. Nitro's getting active. It's just a MAC-10. Oh, my goodness. If he has a rifle, they would have been in serious trouble.
I thought he was going to get 3, maybe even all. Like even with the MAC-10, but yeah, the MAC-10, just the bullets don't do enough damage unless you're hitting repeated headshots, and that just didn't happen for Nitro, especially against those armored players. So the Party Astronauts do win one. Do they feel good about it? I don't know about that one, but they do definitely manage to get that round under their belts, and a little bit of economy built up for them, but not too much. That was the bonus round for NRG, though, and now they bring out the full force of the AK-47s. A lot of utility coming out here towards mid flashes everywhere, which way, and now OG Wizard just gets tagged by a Molotov as he's slipping back in towards window room. Or I should say red room. NRG are trying to fight for mid repeatedly here, and it looks like they're going to get it should they choose to push up. Automatic is out there, and yeah, he's going to realize that mid is pretty much open. They don't have donut control. Let's still go B here.
Boost up onto the box. And the B take seems to be on 35 seconds. Your options are limited. And now OC goes out, collects the first Molotov in to try and rumble them, but Infinite finds more than he bargained for, and the B defenders are nimbly dealt with. Bomb will be going down. This is an automatic save call, and that was clinical dismantling of the B-side defense.
It really was. And I thought it was a good play, too, throwing the incendiary as soon as the smoke fades away. into cave. But what wasn't a good idea is wide swinging it afterwards. And then two players are just waiting there saying, "Hey, how you doing? This is a bad choice that you made, and here's a bullet to the head." So, I mean, NRG going to make it look easy here onto this B site. And the fourth comes through. At the very least, the Party Astronauts get to save a couple of guns, but OG Wizard and Fang never really got a chance to be implicated in this round. So, unfortunately for the Party Astronauts, the trend of early success for NRG is kind of continuing here. On Ancient, I mean. And, well, even on the previous map, of course, but I don't know. They are... If they get a crazy clutch again that powers them back into it, that would be great, but you can't rely on that. Just give him a deagle.
Come on, Ben. Trade. You saw what happened last time. Do it for the bit. A pop. Doesn't catch. Automatic finds some traces back through the mid smoke, and now Fang is down for the count. One of those rifles down with him. Infinite's coming back to retrieve it, but it means that for the moment there's no A-site defender. There's a Nitro. Seems like he wants to find out about that. Poking Broaden, taking an empty site with a whole lot of util. There is no one here to receive. Sam even catches Infinite, though he will trade back some in kind. The bomb planted. Ben's gonna make a move.
Oh, what a flick.
This one might just be over. A trade there. Infinite with another kill through the smoke. Somehow Infinite, 3 HP, is the guy who's making something of this. Yeah, they're just trying to bait the plant out again. My goodness, how has he done this?
This is not
another
real.
miracle round from Infinite. Bomb's gonna be planted safe. This gives OC a timer to play around. And that last bullet will find home. So Infinite, he didn't have a deagle, but he did find a little bit of his old pixie dust.
I was going to start questioning reality if he pulls off another clutch in a very similar situation. Obviously, like you said, it's the AK instead of the deagle, but 3 HP and he does this and manages to get that frag onto Hex. And I'm pretty sure NRG were thinking in their minds, not again. No, not like this. Like, we can't let them back into the match again like this. And it doesn't happen, but still. Infinite trying to light a fire under his teammates' feet. There will be a buy-up coming through. Here's the op again for OG Wizard. Penley's gonna get overloaded. Yeah, he just gets caught out in a bunch of utility flying in his face.
In Hacks, nice headshot there. Under pressure, keeping that down for the count. Well, it could bail out. Might be time to, but OG Wizard feels he's a little too committed.
He's kind of trapped now. Has to commit.
Funnily enough, OC anticipated the save and has gone all the way through. They don't realize he's here towards long. Now they know. OC's coming back. And Nitro will find the headshot he needs. 6 rounds on the board. NRG are just smoking them once again.
Oh, yeah. And Party Astronauts, they got the full loss bonus. OG Wizard on 4K. They can get, like, SMGs, I guess, and some pistol upgrades, some armor, and still stay around that 2K mark and even keep enough money in OG Wizard's bank account for an op. So, yeah. No, not too bad of a buy-up here for the Party Astronauts. Maybe they can channel some of that magic from their previous Ancient match into this one on the Ecos. 3 players leaning in towards B for NRG. The bomb going to be picked up shortly by OC, I imagine, or maybe he just wants to leave it there and see what happens here towards Jaguar. This is a really good pace from NRG. Infinite, once he sees someone, going to toss that smoke to the ground, but I think that someone's just going to be the lurk of Breeze. And if Breeze gets frags here on A, I mean, everything's really well for NRG. We'll see what they decide to deploy, and there's Peeping, dipping his toes into that Molotov, and that's information gained for NRG, as they're going to swing right back around towards the A site. Party Astronauts still have a pretty good setup for either site. So we'll see how this one plays out.
Infinite. Double stacked up with OG Wizard here. There's the swing. Actually does net them a kill. And the pinch from Fang as well. This is effective. Good design. Infinite traded. That flashbang lethal. Breeze sets it up. And OC knocks the next one down. They need to get that bomb down. You're absolutely right, Ben. Oh, could have had the denial. But Breeze was there to make sure it doesn't get away from them. The thing is, if Breeze is watching anything but the smoke, that could be the round right there. I need to see some progression out from DA. Like, they haven't had the utility necessarily go for that deep mid control, but I need something. Peeping does find an opener. That helps. That's just straight spam from the cave position. You can see the bullet holes there. But they need something. Even the close rounds that they've got, miracle plays, or the clock running down, or they haven't really seen the macro game plan take over.
Yeah, and I think Nitro's going back to his old ways. Like, I was complimenting them on the previous match that we watched them in, up against, I think it was M80N, of course, in the Party Astronauts. He ratcheted up the pace a lot, and now he's making PA sweat round after round, desperately looking for fights. And they do get the opener here up against Automatic. Infinite sees the Shadow, gets one, transfers, can't get the second. Breeze finds the trade, A site taken, but not convincingly. Oh, look at this flank from Hex over at lane. OG Wizard misses a big shot, and now he gets closing up from two angles. Oh my goodness, NRG played that so well.
I really did. Hex timing was impeccable. I mean, it has to be Breeze getting that entry, but then that sets up Hex beautifully. I'll see if they can hang on to it. That nade makes life easier. Peeping, low HP. Really can't even do this. The kid's down on the box. This is pure desperation, and he knows it. Don't even think he can get it far enough from the bomb to save at this point. He's going to try, but he's going to die to that C4.
I think he could maybe survive if, well, no. Even if it's not the C4, it's going to be the bullets. That'll do it. Yeah, if he got in towards T-spawn, I think he makes it, but he gets cut off anyway. This is utter domination, Mike.
Yeah, I mean, the scoreline tells the story. It's as simple as that.
It was a 5v3, too.
We've seen this again and again, and this is the problem. Even for Party Astronauts, some individual plays are working. They're not all, losing that initial fight or anything like that. But even when that's working, NRG seem to have the answer, seem to have the solutions. And their macro has just been more effective. Nitro traded 1-for-1. It's aggression outside of B main at the very least. They're trying to shrink the map here. But mid control has been completely conceded.
I just don't understand why they haven't run it down mid one time at least, Mike. Even on these ecos, you're right. Like, you called it out before. Just try to get mid control. I mean, they've been abusing that round after round. It might not matter here, though, as Infinite is going to get that frag onto Breeze, and that's another gun dropped. It'll be recovered immediately. So 2 AKs in the hands of the Party Astronauts.
It's all about Automatic.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Fang was ready for it. That's a hell of a shot from Fang. That was critical. They were done. Otherwise, Hex has been allowed another opportunity here, and he's able to withdraw. It's not settled business yet, but this is the best round Party Astronauts have had in a very, very long time. Oh, the swing out is risky. Very fortunate for OG Wizard that op shot did not connect.
Infinite
He's trying to buy
future.
time for Infinite to get in position towards elbow.
It's too late.
Oh, he's just spotted them slipping away. That should reposition OG Wizard back in towards the B site. Fang's got 2 HP, and OG Wizard doesn't have armor. So to say this is uncomfortable would be an understatement, but Infinite creeping closer on that flank. They're not watching for him, and that 5-7 is enough. Now OC, limited, just trying to do damage, perhaps desperate attempt at the bomb plant, and Fang will deny.
Maybe that's the weird round that powers the Party Astronauts forward, Mike. I mean, well done there. We called them out for not being aggressive towards mid, but to their credit, they were aggressive towards that B site. They gained a lot of map control there and forced NRG in the other direction. And then a critical engagement between Automatic and Fang is somehow ready for it. I think he took a headshot, but it wasn't a killing blow. He survived with 2 HP, ended up contributing in the last parts of the round as well. So, good job from PA. That was just the half buy that was coming through, and it worked out for them. So now they get the full guns out. Fang charging down mid. Finally, we should give them a little credit here because they do go for that mid aggression here. 3 players all the way in, and NRG cannot abuse it this round. That's a great Molotov. That's better shots.
Peeping holds on, though. Peeping holds on. He started to find a lot of approaches here in this game position. Spam's effective. OC on notice. And he can't go down. He needs to hold on to the bomb because Breeze has found the A site. But the question is, can they link up with him? It's going to require a lot of rotation. Fortunately for them, PA have done them the courtesy of giving them an elbow smoke. Breeze is all the way through spawn. Oh, they want to give elbow a look. This is a risk. Fang's posted on the angle with that AWP. Fang's going to connect. Breeze catches the 1, but you can't risk this. You got to go through A main. Surely. Oh, going to go right back into the same swing, hoping he will field off the angle. It's not going to be the case. 30 seconds. Breeze has got to do it all himself. But guys, I took a whole site. I took half of the map. What happened?
Does he go B here?
Got his choice of it. He's making no secret of it, though. It's Peeping on the ramp, who he's got to contend with. Area of cave. Peeping playing it cautious. Plants for CT. That's the correct read. Bomb down. That can't be denied, but Peeping will set up the kill.
Wow. All right, then. Infinite. And Peeping managed to touch up at Fang. Again, like, deserves a ton of credit. He got a couple of frags there. One with the AWP that turned it into that 1v3 scenario. Nice shot from Breeze to take out Fang, but he continues to be an important piece here for the Party Astronauts. They've got 3. 4 would be even better. It's still not great for CT side of Ancient, but, you know, some resurgence is nice to see. And it's also nice to see that Fang has some support from Peeping, and maybe not as much Peeping, but Infinite in particular, who started to find his rhythm.
Peeping's had some nice play in the cave.
He has.
Definitely has. It was a 6-all half in that last matchup with NRG. So getting back towards 4 would be something of recovery. Just gonna simplify. Try and bulldoze in towards B. Breeze gets a kill. Trade out Ben Lee. Now they've got site control. They can get this bomb planted eventually. This next kill outside of cave is critical. Breeze, I think, may have just missed OG Wizard. Now he spotted him. He's going to wrap that up. Put a little bow on it. Infinite fumbling around in the smoke is going to get caught. It's over. 9 rounds for NRG. They are making short work of Party Astronauts. Locking back in here for this second half. NRG Party Astronauts. We are looking like Party Astronauts might just be headed on out of these playoffs. They've had quite the run, quite the comebacks, overcome some adversity in the process, but NRG looking to finish what they started in the first round of the upper bracket and send them, well, not home, because they're already home. They're sitting at home, but keep them home. Keep them out of the Pro League. There's a chance at a bomb plant here. A site is vacant, but the numbers advantage for NRG, and they're looking for double digits. Those numbers will be punched in. Now let's see what OG Wizard can cook. Not much, as it turns out. The cupboard is bare. He's not got the ingredients here, and Peeping's getting run down towards main. There's a pinch on. Fang's still alive, stuck in this corner. Now Fang is alone, and they know where he's at. They're just gonna stick. He needs this kill. He's got it. But he needs one more. It's a 10-second defuse. One he will not get a chance to deny.
Not an up and down next to Breeze saying, I got you. Don't worry. Nothing to worry about.
Giving his teammate a little smooch on the cheek.
Yeah, why not?
Reasonable between homies.
Absolutely. 10-3 now for NRG, and once more a critical pistol round that the Party Astronauts need does not fall their way. 3 of the 4 pistols going to NRG over these first 2 maps, maybe the only 2 maps we'll see, unless Party Astronauts come through here with something special. And I mean, they did get the bomb planted. That means they're going to have 3 Galils and 2 Tech 9s coming through. There's the early salvo of utility tossed out by NRG. They got 3 players on B, 2 towards A. And you see PA haven't necessarily committed in either direction yet. They got 1 player that's peeping, looking around, seeing if he can find someone that might get aggressive here. But NRG actually playing pretty patiently. Now they go out. Oh, Peeping wins the first fight, not the second one. Good trade from Nitro, but good damage from Peeping, even onto Nitro.
They need this. They need this kind of round. Fang through middle. Caught. Want to see if he can take the space for me. And it's anything but a wrap on the donut. And it's a wrap on this round and possibly on the Party Astronauts.
Yeah, it kind of feels like it, Mike. That was a promising start that turned into a lackluster finish. 11-3. NRG, 2 more and it's done. And here at Party Astronauts, like, they can't just force to the end. It's not worth it. They wouldn't have enough to really work with, so they're going to get a little bit of an investment here, which is going to be the pistols. And the next round, they're going to have $2,900 added to their accounts, which means they'll be able to get, I think, 3 AKs and a couple of Galils probably to make sure that util comes through. Oh boy, but hey, look, maybe we'll see something happen here on a round where they just have those pistols. That's what happened last time here on Ancient to get them going. There they come. X is holding util. OC's just got bullets, and well, that's, yeah, okay. Well, OG Wizard's gone, Ben Lead the last one, and the round is done. 12-3. NRG have 9 opportunities to close this one out.
9 opportunities to book a date with Legacy. Pro League on the line. That's a high-stakes first date.
Oh, yeah. I think if NRG keep playing like they have been here, and Nitro in particular, who's been ridiculous, they could definitely give Legacy a run for their money. Although Legacy, we've talked about it so many times, like how good they look this season, so they will not be an easy team to topple.
No, by no means. By no means. Ben Elite starts the party here, gets himself a second as well. It'd be a heck of a time for Ben to come alive. They need somebody to be the hero. Why not Ben Elite? Ooh.
Oh.
Whoop, double swing. Down he goes. 2v5 now. Party Astronauts backs against the wall. But they aren't dead just yet. Why do I feel like this position turns into a multi-kill for automatic?
That's
Ball's
exactly
coming
what
through
I
in
was
main.
thinking.
He's
Mike.
being flanked temple. I think that decision from Fang probably ends this, actually. Indeed it does, before he gets
Wow.
to pull the trigger. If Fang had routed elbow, this could have been very, very bad.
This was a... Okay, yeah, I was going to say, OC's got to try and save this op, because outside of his op purchase, the rest was a bonus round.
There's a player in cave, he doesn't know. They just need to
Yeah.
buy time. They just need to buy time. He needs to get a little wary. There's no idea. Time for Ben to activate. Ben will do exactly that. Delivers an op to OG. And we get the first glimmer of a potential run back.
Yeah, but the thing is, Breeze had enough money for the op, so he drops that immediately. I was going to say, is Breeze going to be unselfish and get the op? The answer is absolutely yes. He's happy with the MP9. And with OC hitting shots like that, you understand why he wants to get the big green into his hands once more. So, still a good vibe here for NRG. In fact, better than the previous round with those Hamas's in play. Party Astronauts, they need to run it all the way to the finish line here into round 24 to get overtime. Really good
Flashes around. Nitro, 2 huge kills. Looking to take command here. Gets himself an AK. Molotov behind it. OG Wizard pressures on now. Fang will find one, but only one. They can't rest on him to bail them out. Now, this would need to be the biggest miracle of all for Infinite. Not any more of that fairy dust. No, he doesn't. Flanked out. Whittled down. Breeze brings him out of play. NRG are through. It's utter domination this time. No overtime. No run back. No magic for the Party Astronauts. They have been ejected.
Yeah, that was absolutely wonderful for NRG. What a response after, Ben leaves the IG all over on the Party Astronauts side, struts his stuff,